circled in the offseason, and for Gator fans in Gainesville and across the country, they have been bragging all year long after that win last season.
Here comes the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. They want to run it left here. On the run at the 30. They'll be stopped and closed out now. Right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. To the ground. He's got it again. First down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Gators with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick spin on the line. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Tries to do it himself on the draw.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter. Inside the 22.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Gators in the hurry-up. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Gator! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, you know, this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine in this game offensively.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10. Let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Florida State's offense will get the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There are a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him do it?
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep third downs manageable for this offense.
Throws for the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Got it in the middle. It's Griffin. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Right back to the well. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Looking to fire. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Noles want to break the tempo. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Fires to the middle. Got it! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. Pushes toward the goal line. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now 2nd and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll pull it on the read. Finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside the spot. The Gators sending the offense back to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground in that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team. Right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll leave it with him. There we go. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Gators come to the line after whipping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
Well, this game certainly doesn't have the longevity historically that a lot of other rivalries have in college football, but this game always means so much. It impacts the conference championship race, the national championship race, and the Heisman Trophy race.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. He's got him. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. From the gun, the ground game. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and take it back. He'll be got it out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Number 6 on the field.
How about these 2 running games so far? Dominant on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. The Gators will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. They'll try the run. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on 1st down and 2nd and 9.
And nice job being kept sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Holds and fires complete to the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get it out of the swamp on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets away. He's going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard instead. It's 4th down. Punt is on its way. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations. You do that a lot of times because, you know, your defense can make stands, make stops. They get on that last possession for you.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 or 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Power football with the run. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun, the inside give. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to a 23. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's
Really good job by everybody there. Well done. Good run and a 1st down. And the Gators kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down. Wants to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by a field goal over Tulane. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Gonna run it. It's Rice. Crosses the 30. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands. And it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warren Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they're able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. And the Noles send out the punt unit. Let's see what he can do with it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up his offense nicely. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. A long way there to pick up the 1st down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Handoff to the lone back. How about that? Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. He's got it. He gets it. Can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. There's no way they held that, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you talking? Make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go to the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop on the 19. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he used that spin move to put him in the spin cycle and gain extra yardage.
The offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He'll do it himself. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Now he goes down the right side. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Gator. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need to. We'll put points on the board.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Going right to work up top. Right on the money. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can...
Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
To the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down. The Seminoles will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Running the read option to the left. just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're facing a 3rd down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Gators will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wide out. Working on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Seminoles headed quickly to the line. Back to throw time running short in the half. Looking for a deep man. Hits him in stride at the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. The snap sets up the throw. Touchdown Seminoles! Fitted in the window for the score.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the 2nd half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
14.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Gators and Noles. And talk about a 1st half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Florida State and Florida plays out.
The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 2nd half. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Noles just got that huge run. They love another explosive play.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the...
There he goes! And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Rolls it in. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State side.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a crease, it's Rice. Runs through a tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They believe they can run right here. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. 14-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense? You can drop 7 guys in coverage, only rush 4, and still get home. That makes you feel good if you're the big quarterback.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it slips just inside that right upright. Down to a 1-possession game, 24-17.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Bradford. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Hand off from the shotgun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And it will be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
You know, if you're going to complete these dagger throws, you've got to have great anticipation as a quarterback. You almost got to throw it before the receiver comes out of the break. You need better timing on that.
Kick is in the air. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot. The inside handoff. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
Just steamrolling the defense. They got this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll run it in the red zone. It's long. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He's just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. And the grab in the end zone for the score. The Gators have chomped down, and they put a little distance between themselves and the Noles.
You know, both of these teams always have lots of speed, but it's the Gators. They look like the faster team pulling away here in the second half. Big plays offensively, and their defense is really flying high.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Utah found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win. But this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Salt Lake City. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. Look out, and look out that side.
The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He lobs one high down the left side. Right on in. They almost had their first peck here late in the game. The Seminoles line up to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Looks it in for 40. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the back. Can't get him to the ground.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run game. Just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up 3 good yards. And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. on it, they get that turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the ref.
And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll send the back in motion.
That can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns. Good luck stopping them.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The play fake on first down to throw. They use the pressure. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. But this offense can afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Finding open areas. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43.
First and 10.
They go to the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They run the reverse. Nice move to pick up yardage. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's the handoff. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. And the Gators can really attack on this second and short. He'll keep it, and he's headed left. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Runs through the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone.
to rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
17.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play in 2nd and 10. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man. It's Harmon. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. To the air on first down. Hauls it in. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They'll go 4 wide when receivers on either side on 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. It's complete to the right. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Fires one high and deep. And the 10 complete the long pass downfield. They couldn't hook up. Gives it on the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Creates a little space. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, they were trying to go RPO. The quarterback decided not to hand it off, and the pass rush just swallowed it up. They got to him so quickly, knocked the ball out, and jumped on it.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They'll give it to the back. Oh, what a move.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Noles are on the move. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Gets the back moving. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Looking to take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Boom. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You're powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
And the extra point is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, score gain is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet.
Takes a hit as he fires.
It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Indiana. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Stands in and takes the hit. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they'll drag it down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a low possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football to come where they do, and they stamp this game.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just a fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They almost got a first down there. Stop the yard short. It'll be third down. The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Rides the back on the option. The give. Push out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run. And the Gators will have it first and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. He leaves it with his back. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with third and 6. With the clock running, this should be the final play.